or you should say when you're at retirement age, you could do a lot worse than get out here and ride one of these around these back roads and think you're having a bit of fun. And the more important thing about it, or the most important thing about this, you're not going out with a huge amount of power where you can be wrapped around a tree or something like that, and that would be stupidity on this bike, and it's not going to, well, it shouldn't happen, but just enough power to zoom you along, make you smile a bit when you're there, and enjoy your run. If you'd watch any of my previous videos, I've been on this road before, and that's why I decided to come out here when I flog myself down on that lane back there and go for a run along here, because it's a fun little road to come along, and except in a couple of areas where they've just laid down gravel, but isn't it? Where would you get anything better than a nice bike to ride this and knowing how good that clutch is? And more importantly, it's not a hot day, so I'm not liable to zoom around one of these corners and see a 6-foot brown laying on the road and hit the panic mode. They've gone to almost now, I would say, you may get one out on the odd chance, a brown snake, but the chances of getting one out would be fairly slim, because I'd say they're very close to or gone into hibernation. And that's the best place for them, because you've had some problem with snakes over the years, especially when they're laying on the road in the summertime here, and you come out and they're just there, and you hit the panic button when you see them. But and many of you guys have bought a red 2019 CB500X. Disregard my crap about the about which one's fast and which one isn't, because naturally we all know these black metallics are quicker, so we'll leave it at that. And one day, that, you know, that's the bike you should get on and try out, and you know, it might not be the best looking bike in the stable, but you know, it's still pretty good as far as performance goes. But this review is more about the windscreen, so like I said, it does the job pretty well. It hasn't got a yellow box trees around here. I noticed the trees a lot because in the earlier days I spent 10 years in the wood paddock cutting wood, and that was no picnic. Can you hear that exhaust guys burbling away? I'll slow it down, see? Yeah. No picnic in a wood paddock. Always people say they make good money, but there's easier ways to make money than cutting wood. I just can't get over how good this bike goes. I never... No, we finally got a car along here. I never go out and I'm disappointed. Every day's a nice pleasurable ride on it. One day I might have to crack it and think about tossing on a sports exhaust or something like that, but at this stage it just does everything you want it to do. And I wouldn't say there's one thing it does better than anything else, it just does everything well. So that you can accelerate in the lower gear, not worry about the arse end sliding out on you, and it just delivers its power flat, and you're ready to party. So, I'll tell you what guys, if you're in Australia you can get out along these back roads, you know, they're fun little roads to ride along. Look at that. Great. Tell you what, you could buy a lot worse with your money than one of these. I I just can't get over how well this bike handles everything so well. When you come back through the gears, 5, 4, 3, don't worry about that noise. I just trod over a twig that was on the ground, ran over the top of a twig, but apart from that, the worst thing about it, with winter closing in on us now, these good riding days are coming to an end, because it'll be getting that cold here. Even I won't want to go out. Look at that drop back to second gear. If I would have been on the Enfield, I would have been panicking. Nice little creek. Very strange place to park a bike. And all you hear is the popping and burbling from that exhaust. Just slow it down here and have a look what's going on. Nothing one way, nothing the other. Let's wrap her out. How could you not say this bike is gutless on acceleration or indicate that it's not real good? It's really good. I was almost hitting 60 mile an hour then in third gear before I backed off. Maybe 55, something like that. I don't know how you could possibly talk crap like that. I will say at times that you do feel a little bit of tingling or vibration in the foot pegs. Now if you ask which is the worst area, if you say on the vibration scale, where is the worst area? Well, there's no real bad area, I've said it before, but you feel a little bit in the foot pegs, but it's only like, I'm feeling it now. It's just letting you know it's there. I think if that was a big concern or worry to you, you could go to a better type of peg or something like that, but I don't know. But even with this windscreen extension on, and the bike could be slower, it still accelerates alright. Look at that. I think anyone that buys this bike and they're looking at long term, yeah, I think you could expect very high kilometres out of this bike. If you corner and you drop down mid corner, 5, 4, so we're in the sweet spot there now, and we accelerate her out. Hey, what's wrong with that? Look at that fifth gear. Look at that. Yes. Yeah, I really don't know sometimes when these people get on their testing bikes, and honestly, it's like cars. They expect a $20,000 rocket ship, which would be close to perfect or near perfect, for the price of bloody 9. How can you do it? And the thing about it is, you don't even own a friggin' bike. Look at that. What does surprise you that you might think you're not going as quick as what you are till you look down at the digital speedo, and then you've got a good idea how quick you're going, and the bike's moving along quicker than what you think, because it's laying down the power really linear, and when it lays the power down you accelerate, but you don't realise how quick you're moving along. So that can be a bit misleading with some bikes, because I've experienced that in a 300 horsepower car. You know, if you get the power down nice and smooth, it's a total different experience compared to being thrown back into the seat and fishtailing up the road, and you think to yourself, oh, it's not that exciting. Then you look down at the digit counter, and that's not the case. And even this one here rides the bumps really nice. When I'm on the old Enfield and hit these bumps, well, I don't even hit them. I know it's not going to be pleasant, and I get up off the seat before I hit them, so I don't get what you would say brutally bashed. So guys, you're out there looking at one of these and you're on the fence there wondering if you'll climb over and buy one, don't hesitate, because they're really nice bikes. And you have to remember, when I do all my bits of reviews, they're all personal. No kickbacks, no feedbacks, don't have to say anything good, don't have to say anything bad, say what I want to. More importantly, anyone that buys one of these bikes will enjoy riding them. Anyone that's after one of these screen protectors, so far that looks good too, because I can definitely notice how calm this is, and I'm cruising along now at 100. That's 100 k's. Yeah, I think that windscreen deflector works pretty good. It's not as streamlined as the one I've been running on the Enfield, but the one I've got on the Enfield mounts around the headlight housing and it's only 6 inches high. Now on the Enfield, which only puts out 27 horsepower, that little deflector will push that bike along roughly 5 miles an hour faster. But it's very, like it's only 6 inches high. On this particular bike, I think this deflector may actually not improve it or slow it down totally a bit by a few kilometres, but after all, you run the original screen plus an add-on. But on the Enfield, there's no doubt I tested it, and the bike was definitely quicker.